Welcome to GCTV and welcome to the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Cannes to follow this evening. Round 7 of the Lgct overall championship season. We have already given away a handful of golden tickets to the Super Grand Prix at the GC playoffs in Prague at the end of the year. Which of the best 35 riders from this weekend competing in tonight's Grand Prix will go on to pick up the next golden tickets, will pick up the golden opportunity to perform in the biggest Grand Prix of the year, the Lgct Super Grand Prix at the GC playoffs? We will find out. The weather, the conditions in Cannes are absolutely perfect for show jumping. And before we get into the arena, before we take a look at what Uliana Vrzani has set for the riders, let's remind you as to who has won already this year. And let's remind you as to who is on their way to Prague later this year.
This season starts here in Doha. Ludger Beerbaum and Mila. He wants to win this Grand Prix. Good stride over the wall. Oh, he's 0.3 of a second faster. Could you believe that? Ludger Beerbaum for the win here. What's it gonna be? It's a win for Ludger Beerbaum. Unbelievable. On Mila, on a 10-year-old, Ludger Beerbaum wins the Grand Prix of Doha. Katrien Eckermann with Kalamandia. There is something special between these two. She could win this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Katrien Eckermann. She's got everything in hand. Everything in hand. It's a little bit sticky. Katrien Eckermann wins the Grand Prix by Longines by more than a second. Unbelievable. On a 9-year-old. Kalamandia. Never seen before. Here's Dennis Lynch on Brooklyn Heights. There's Dennis Lynch and he's clear. 44.56 seconds. Is Beerbaum going to score a second win after 3 stages already? Oh, what a nice rollback from Ludger Beerbaum. He's going to get it. Here comes Beerbaum. He's going to win it. He's going to win it. It is by 500th. By 500th of a second. That does mean that Dennis Lynch is going to Prague as Beerbaum wins now his second Grand Prix. The Grand Prix of Madrid with 10 riders qualified with Derek Kenny on his superstar horse. Derek Kenny does it with 39.91 seconds. Zanotelli has to make it happen now. 39.91. Zanotelli or Kenny. Who is it going to be? And in the end, it's the exact same time. Can you believe that? There's a lot depending on Sanne Thijssen with Konkidam RB. And now risking it all on this super fast horse, this superstar, Konkidam and Sanne Thijssen for 39.91. She has not win it. She won it. She wins it. There's Sanne Thijssen. It's magic. It's unbelievable. It's Dutch. And she wins. Sanne Thijssen. What has Smulders planned? Smulders now returns to Saint-Tropez to claim back what he lost in 2021. Is it the lead? Is it the lead? It is the lead. 26 seconds or 0.26 up on the clock with another 5 still to go. Marley Bayer-Johnson on H&M Indiana. This is very tight. And here's the finish for Johnson. And she's ahead. She has to be ahead. Big win for Marlene Bayer-Johnson and H&M Indiana. They go to Prague. Marlene Bayer-Johnson proving unbeatable. Alman can dominate. Oh, that's difficult. Jumps over the flowers and then nearly drifted out of that line. And now Alman has to push. Alman has to push on Dominator 2000Z. Can he dominate in Hamburg? Alman is on top of the world at this moment.
Those are your 6 Lgct golden ticket winners thus far in the 2022 season. Ludger Beerbaum with 2 victories already, meaning that Dennis Lynch takes away one of those tickets. Katrien Akkerman, Sanne Thijssen, Malert Beyer-Jonsson, and of course, Christian Allman and Dominator from last weekend's victory now moves Christian Allman into joint leader alongside Pieter de Vos on 119, and Niels Bruynseels, after a really good performance in the Global Champions League earlier on this afternoon, will be feeling like this is a golden opportunity to make up some points and maybe go on to win like he did in Doha in 2021 and try and move further up those overall championship standings. Is he a championship contender for the 2022 season? Well, we caught up with Niels Bruynseels to try and have a chat with him to see how he feels ahead of today's
I came here
Grand
with
Prix.
very high hopes. Longines is getting every show better and better after a long break, so I hope he continues up because in Saint-Tropez he jumped also fantastic.
Here's Bruynseels on the Lux. And it might get tight for Bruynseels. 71 seconds is the limit. 71 seconds for Niels Bruynseels and the Lux. What's it going to be? Just, yes, a second inside the time with Niels Bruynseels also clean and clear. And who is going to be the leader of the championship? Is it going to be Bruynseels or de Vos?
We are here with the best riders of the world. Every class another rider can win. Every Grand Prix another rider can win. The best horses are always there. Actually, we have to watch to all the riders. I will try to do everything to take that first place.
Is that your goal, the first place?
Yeah.
So Niels Bruynseels eyeing out a victory in 2022 and eyeing out a potential overall championship lead. Frederik de Backer has put the jacket on, the dinner attire is ready, and we are ready for the Lgct Grand Prix of Cannes, looking like a champion himself. Frederik de Backer, we are ready for the Grand Prix tonight. If I'm not mistaken, the top 3, the top 3 in the championship, all present in this Grand Prix. That means the best of the best will be out tonight, correct?
100%. This is going to have an impact as we, come on guys, come a little bit forward because the riders are walking the course. We're just a little bit in the middle. We just got in the way of our smallest. Yeah, indeed. The top 3 of the championship is present, is qualified. So this is going to be a race class for that golden ticket to Prague, but also for those valuable points and maybe the lead here on the championship. If I have it right, it is a horse change for Christian Allman, who is going to switch to Mandato van der Neerheide from Solid Gold to Mandato. He brings a fresh horse into this Grand Prix. De Vos is going to stay with Claire, so there is no horse change there for him. But indeed, it's both the Grand Prix and the championship at stake here.
Frederik, how difficult to pick between those 3 men? If we go on GCL form over the weekend, I mean, all 3 of them were outstanding. Yes, there was a fault from Pieter de Vos late in the day, but he'll bring in that Prague Lions momentum. Niels Bruynseels outstanding, Christian Allman outstanding. Who do you then try and put ahead in that list? Who maybe has the edge today?
Difficult to say. Who is the freshest horse? Who is the freshest horse? Then I would put my money on Mandato, who hasn't jumped yet today. Who has the most experience? Then it's the Lux or Claire. Who had maybe the best preparation? Then I think it would be the Lux again of Niels Bruynseels. You can look at this situation from so many angles. There's such different light that you can shed on that threesome on top of the leaderboard that it's so difficult to pick them out. But I've walked the course and there's so many questions asked by Ojano Vezzani that in the end it will come down to fine detail, to little margins. It's going to be we don't have it very often that it's going to be so tight at the top with the top 3 into this Grand Prix, but this is kind of a Grand Prix with this arena, with the sun setting, with the light on, with the crowd in the background. This is a special Grand Prix, Mark. You can feel that there's something special in the air. There's a bizarre tension here in the Stade Esperide.
So much talk around the arena. We're back under floodlights, much like we were for GCL round 1. You talk about the leaders, you talk about the ring, you've walked the course. Very quickly, before we let you go, what has Vezzani put together? What makes this so tricky?
How about we ask that to somebody? How about we have a go and see if we can catch up with Olivier Philipparts. Olivier, very quickly, I know you need to go. Tell me quickly, this course, what are you looking at? What makes it difficult? What stands out for you? I've walked it once, you've walked it more than once. Tell me.
Well, I think to me it looks one of the biggest Grand Prix I've seen this year, especially on sand, not compared with the grass, but it's big, it's very delicate. Yeah, like I said, I think it's one of the toughest Grand Prix we've seen this year.
Okay, tell me, what stands out? What is specifically difficult? What is in your mind? What is not yet confirmed in your plan?
Well, I think 6 AB, 7, 8 ABC, 9 comes very quick. All the jumps are towards the corners, which is very hard because the ring is small. They look at the light panels on the side, so it's very hard to keep your horse straight at the jumps. And I think that's very hard, very difficult here. And I think towards the end, there's a couple of big oxers. I think we need to have some juice left till the end, so I'd say the horse have to be in good shape today.
We are standing in front of fence 13. It comes from 12, obviously.
Yeah.
The Volvo oxer. I saw a lot of riders walking this line and finishing right here on their 4th stride.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
I think 80% will probably do 5 strides. I think because on the end of the course, the big oxers, they won't land so far ahead, so the 5 is a bit safer to the end. I think for me, it's always 5, but you might see a few 4 strides, but not so many, I think.
Then quickly talk to me about the line from the triple combination to the gates.
Yeah.
Also some questions there.
Yeah, also the same. Most of them will do 5. I'll probably do 6 with mine, because mine has a bit of a particular stride. So you can do both. It's just, if you see, it's a very delicate jumps, so you don't want to fly over it. So you really have to make sure you keep the horse together. So I will do probably 6, but I'd say most of them will all do 5.
Okay, last question. How's the adrenaline in your blood? How's the pressure?
Good, very good.
You want me to up it a little bit?
You can try.
How many Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix did you win?
0.0.
How many did you finish second?
Too many. Know. 5 times, I think. Could have been, I don't know, many times. I'm hoping to take one home.
The sun is setting here in Cannes. Do you see the stars aligning?
Yeah, I see it. So let's get down to business, and hopefully I see you later.
All right, see you later. Good luck. There we go. A little bit of pressure. Nobody died from a bit of pressure, Mark.
I like how you trying to keep Olivier Philipparts honest. Legend and Love, H&M Legend and Love will be out with Olivier Philipparts later on tonight. Frederick, we heard some concerning words from him. The biggest GP on sand, delicate, jumping into the corner. He sounds slightly concerned. Is that going to be a concern that will be shared amongst all the riders today?
I think so. Let's move over. Fernando Martinez Sommer is last to go. He's got all the time in the world. There's 35 riders in the Grand Prix. He's last to go. He was the fastest on clear. First of all, the Mexican Marcus Eining. Is that a nickname that will stick now? We'll drop FMS. We'll call it the Mexican Marcus Eining from now on.
I really wish not yet, for sure.
We just spoke with Olivier Philipparts. He said, this is for me one of the biggest Grand Prix on sand that I've jumped this year.
Yeah, for sure, it looks big. Okay, I think Doha was big, but it was a bigger arena. So for sure, this is a little bit more tight, technical. So yeah, it looks pretty big to me.
We don't have all the time in the world. Tell me, what line worries you the most?
I think after the triple bar, there is a chance to do 6 or 5 there. For my horse, I think I will do a 6. I think if you have not a huge stride, it will suit the horses here because everything is a little bit tight. So for me, that's a little bit tricky. And yeah, that will be it for me.
All right, FMS will let you go. We have to close. We have to go back to the studio. Mark, the Mexican Marcus Eining is standing with me. Fernando Martinez Sommer. Best of luck. We close here in the Stade Esperide.
Thank you so much, Frederick. FMS, as he points out, will be the final man out the gate. So he will have the opportunity to watch all of the riders and learn from them. Can FMS get into the jump-off? How big will the jump-off be? Alman, De Vos, Brain Seals, they are all there. Your championship top 3 are all in Cannes. Stay with us here on GCTV. The Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Cannes is next.